June 27, 1985. End of the road. The American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials officially decertified U.S. Route 66, marking the end of one of the most influential highways in American history. Route 66 had been established on November 11, 1926, as part of the original United States highway system. It stretched approximately 2,448 miles from Chicago, Illinois, to Santa Monica, California, crossing through 8 states: Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and California. Over nearly 6 decades, Route 66 played a central role in American transportation, migration, economic development, and cultural identity. The creation of Route 66 reflected the growth of automobile travel in the United States during the early 20th century. Prior to its establishment, there was no uniform national highway network linking the Midwest to the West Coast. Route 66 provided a direct path across the country, facilitating the movement of people and goods. Its paved surface was especially significant in the 1930s, when unpaved roads remained common in rural areas. During the Great Depression, Route 66 became a major corridor for migrants fleeing the Dust Bowl in search of work and stability in California. The highway was immortalized in John Steinbeck's 1939 novel The Grapes of Wrath, where it was referred to as the Mother Road. This nickname underscored its role as a lifeline for thousands of displaced families seeking a better future. As migration increased, so did economic activity along the route, with numerous businesses, including motels, restaurants, gas stations, and tourist attractions, developing to serve travelers. During World War II, Route 66 was vital for transporting military equipment and personnel. Its strategic position and direct connection between industrial centers and military bases contributed to the war effort. After the war, the highway continued to thrive amid a post-war economic boom, fueled by the rise of automobile ownership and domestic tourism. Families embarked on cross-country road trips, and Route 66 became a symbol of freedom and opportunity. By the 1950s and 1960s, however, a new interstate highway system began to erode the role of Route 66. Initiated by the Federal Aid Highway Act of 1956, the interstate system aimed to provide safer, faster, and more efficient roads for long-distance travel. Interstate highways gradually bypassed segments of Route 66, rendering them obsolete for cross-country transit. As a result, towns that once relied on highway traffic experienced economic decline. The final blow came in October 1984, when the last segment of Route 66 in Williams, Arizona, was bypassed by Interstate 40. This paved the way for the American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials to officially remove the route from the United States highway system on June 27, 1985. The decertification meant that Route 66 would no longer be federally maintained or marked on official maps as a U.S. highway. Although its federal status ended, the historical importance of Route 66 prompted efforts to preserve its legacy. States began designating portions of the old road as Historic Route 66, and organizations worked to maintain landmarks and promote tourism. In 1999, the U.S. Congress passed the National Route 66 Preservation Bill, providing federal funding for restoration projects along the route. The decertification of Route 66 was not merely a bureaucratic act, but a reflection of changing transportation priorities in the United States. It marked the shift from a patchwork of regional roads to a uniform interstate network. At the same time, it sparked a movement to recognize and preserve the cultural and historical value of the original route. Route 66 remains a powerful symbol in American memory. Its decertification did not erase its influence, but instead highlighted its role in shaping patterns of travel, migration, and economic development during the 20th century. The highway that once carried migrants west and vacationers across the country continues to capture the public imagination as a relic of an era when the open road embodied American ideals of freedom and mobility. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history.